No, don't worry. Don't worry.
I like worrying.
Alright, so this second set. The time between the last match and
The intensity of this matchup is... I really should be back in hospital.
I should be probably seeing a doctor. My brain hurts.
Chris has given me don't worry the don't worry look. I think he's prepared to take it now.
Yeah, he's not willing to take on Battlefield. 2 cancels each. It's either Smashville or Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
And Yoshi's Island is, as I've said, Chris's favourite stage, or one of. Now we have a pretty good audience here compared to Sydney. Sydney definitely doesn't have the manpower that Melbourne has. Definitely a bigger scene here. But we are growing continually, which is nice.
We like Sydney a lot.
Yeah.
Sydney's one of my favourite scenes, at least for its melee scene, which doesn't really exist anymore, but I still hang out with him.
KO is really annoying. I should probably edit him out of all the commentary. I think I can do that. I can get away with it. I'll just be like, every time he says melee, I'll replace it with I am gay.
We'll just replace it with brawl.
Nah. I'll just replace it with I am gay. Oh, and Chris has finally started to bring in glide tossing, which...
It's like 11 fucking...
It's like, I like brawl, the brawl, Sydney brawl scene.
Anyway, well, I'm surprised that Chris has only started to bring in glide tossing now. He's had multiple occasions.
What's a glide toss? What's a glide toss?
It's wave dash.
It's the wave dash with items, yeah. And Meta Knights is pretty good, pretty far.
Expecting the shuttle loop, it always comes out.
That was a great forward smash.
Forward smash is pretty hard to avoid in this game. Meta Knight's range with it covers pretty much most get up options, and it's pretty much unpunishable as well.
But due to the more defensive natured minds of people, it's a lot harder to land.
Oh! Beautiful spike.
Wow.
That stage helped him here quite a bit. I gain a lot of respect for Tibs here, but if Chris wants to bring it out, he needs to rely on the bananas more. He's just ignoring them.
No, it's dash attack to, yeah. They popped him up and he just knocked him down, man.
By the way, that combo before of dash attack to down air, very famously used by Ninja Link in all his videos, where he always wins because he never uploads any videos where he doesn't win.
That's what I said about you. That was wrong.
Yeah, that was stupidly wrong.
Since when you even win anyway?
Yeah, I never win. Even though I'm like the most successful player in Australia's history.
Bollocks you made up yourself.
It's not a bollocks. It's direct data. But Chris is gonna go above me with this tournament. Tibs is making his way up. He's a great player.
I can beat him in my dreams. What?
So what do you think Chris needs to do to win?
Well, he needs to make sure that Tibs does not get the both bananas back on. As we saw in the last match, last set, Chris was winning quite a bit, and Tibs brought it back by getting 2 bananas back on the stage. And of course, Chris is shooting a bit too much now. Here comes the bananas, banana 1. I don't see enough. I just see him ignoring the bananas, even though he's getting them off the stage by letting them trip. But
do you think the crowd is, affecting Chris and Tibs anyway?
I think Chris is used to enough to crowds. Tibs, I'm not sure. He seems to enjoy the crowd atmosphere, like cheering to the crowd, gloating, racing, pumping his fists when he takes the match.
You notice, historically, Chris in the finals.
He's very devastating.
Yeah. And especially against, or in national tournaments when he's played, Cobalt and all these great players. His record is...
In national, well, if you consider the Melbourne Rambat final a national, Chris has only lost 1 national, but in theory there's only been 2 nationals in Brawl 3.
Okay, how about Melbourne then?
Melbourne tournaments, Chris has won every one except one that he's been to all.
Hey, it's close.
Actually,
that
well,
was-
in his earlier days, before he went to Queensland, he was not getting first places. When he first started coming back from Queensland, he took all his tournaments and only just recently lost to Cobalt in the January tournaments. And